Good day, everybody. This is Alfredo reporting for Puppet News, and I am here in the district of Rama, where there seems to be two groups of people not protesting but campaigning for two different leaders. Let's see if we can find out a little bit more. Let's see if we can get a comment from these two groups of campaigners.
We want a new leader. 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 We want a new leader.
Excuse me.
Yes. What?
I'm trying to get a comment from you, sir. I just want to know, what do you want? What are you looking for?
We want a new leader.
You want a new
Yes, we want a new leader.
Why do you want a new leader?
Because it's nearly 40 years. We in this wilderness. We hungry. We not getting much food. We thirsty. We ain't getting much drink. Listen, it's nearly 40 years. We listen to one man. So we have no leader. We want a new leader. Look, mosquitoes biting we out here. Look around. Nothing being done. Nothing. We want a new leader. We fed up. We want a king. We want a king. We want a new leader. We want a new leader. We want a new leader.
So can you tell me who is this new leader that you are looking for?
Anyone. We want a new leader. And we want a new leader.
Well, you have
we want a new leader. 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 We want a new leader.
Well, you have heard it. You have heard it live here. The ANL, they want a new leader. So I'm hearing something from the next group of campaigners. They seem to be a peaceful bunch of campaigners. They seem to be quiet. Let's see if we can even get a comment from them. Let's go and find out what it is that they are campaigning for.
We choose G.O.D. G.O.D. is good for we. We choose G.O.D. G.O.D. is good for we. We choose G.O.D. G.O.D. is good for we. We choose G.O.D. G.O.D. is good for we.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. You all seem to be a very, very peaceful group of campaigners.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
So what are you campaigning for? Can you tell us?
Well, we choose to stay under God. God has been so good to us. He has brought us out of slavery, and He has taken us to prosperity. He has kept us safe. He provided food for us, water for us. Our clothes has not worn out. Our sandals has not worn out. God has been good to us. And so we say, choose G.O.D. We choose G.O.D. G.O.D. is good for we. We choose G.O.D. G.O.D. is good for we. G.O.D. is good for we.
Well, you have heard it. One side wants a new leader, and the other side chose God. So who will you choose? Who will you campaign for today? This has been Alfredo, and it's back to you in the studios. Alfredo reporting for Puppet News.
I don't understand what just happened there. So wait, that was in we country?
No, that's not happening in our country.
You sure?
Yes.
So where it happening?
Yeah, here the reporter, he explained to us where it was happening.
Where?
In a district called Rama. Okay, listen. That is when Israel was asking for a king to lead them. They wanted to be like other nations. Other nations had king leading them, and they felt like, they want to be just like other nations. So they were asking for a king.
So why they want a king? And the other side, they say that they had God. So why did they just have God?
So everybody can serve God one time?
You see, God was leading them. God was leading them. Remember, God brought them out of slavery, and He was taking them to a promised land.
Well, yeah, so if he was taking them to a promised land, them should have been good with that. They should have been happy.
And stop complaining.
Well, they wanted to be like other nations who had kings leading them and kings going to fight their battles. And also, they too, as a people, could go before the king and tell the king what they wanted. And they felt like they wasn't seeing God and all of that. So they went to God's prophet Samuel and they asked him for a new king. In the book of 1 Samuel chapter 8, it talks about that.
So that's why they was asking for a new leader.
Yes. So some of them wanted a new leader and some of them, they wanted to remain under God. But you see, God was providing for them. God was protecting them.
Yes.
And they just wanted to have their own way.
But I really don't understand them, you know. I mean, if I was them, I would have want God because God take me out and give me a new promised land and give me new clothes and all kind of different things. You understand? And them don't want that. But them just want a new leader.
Just like that, you know, just like that.
And the thing about it is, God even told his prophet Samuel what was going to happen to them if they get a leader as a king. He told them, he said, things will not go as well as you all think it will be. The king is going to tax all you heavily. Tax them, yes.
What's that?
Mean he would take part of their wealth, like their gold and their silver, and he could even take their
shoes,
their possession, their cattle and their camels, and so on, and their harvest, right?
Oh, I thought he was going to take my Gucci now, my Gucci chain, and my nice sneakers.
And you would think, if you know that somebody going to tax you in the future, you would say, okay, I wouldn't bother to choose them. Guess what? They still demanded for this king.
But what to them?
Well, like they said, they wanted to be like other nations. Right. And they wanted the king to lead them. And you know what? God told Samuel, listen to the people and give them a king. And Samuel prayed and he went and he looked for a king. And eventually he chose Saul to lead them. And you know what? Just as God warned them, is the same thing that happened.
What?
He taxed them heavily.
So he was a wrong leader?
No, he wasn't a wrong leader. It's the leader that God chose to lead them. But the thing about it, if the people had listened to Samuel and obeyed and continued to let God lead in them, their lives would have been better.
So in other words, they're good for them.
Yes.
Well, you can put it that way, Timmy. And Marky,
Yes.
is the same thing. God gave people choices. They could choose to do the right thing or they could choose to do the wrong thing.
You hear that, Marky? You could choose to do the right thing. You
I
must
choose
start doing the right thing.
I choose it. I choose it.
You're doing. You must stop doing the wrong thing and do the right thing.
All right.
Yes, and this is why the Bible tells us we've got to make our right choices. Okay? So, I want to encourage you all to read God's word and find out what it says to us.
Okay. All right.
So like what is it the right choice? Like tell us, what is the right thing that we can do?
Well, people could choose to follow their own way and do what they want and all of that. Or they could choose to follow God's way. And you know what? When you follow God's way, he said one day they will get to go and be with him in heaven.
Yes.
Right. In 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 10, it says, make every effort to make your election sure.
Make election sure. What that means?
He said,
Election? What
that means?
to make sure that you're serving God.
Oh.
You make God your choice.
Right.
Okay.
Right, that's what
okay.
it's telling us. To make God your choice. Just like some people could elect the leaders they want to lead them in their country, it's the same way you could choose or elect God to lead your life.
Oh,
Right. So we could make God the king of our life.
That's
Well,
right.
No,
Our
we,
leader, boy,
not
our
we,
leader.
not we. The people.
Oh, the people.
Yes, the boys and the girls.
That's
and the
right.
people, yes.
Yes.
Right.
They have to make that choice
Okay,
to
okay.
let God lead them. So they have to make their election sure, meaning choose God and follow His ways.
Nice.
Right.
Okay.
I like that.
Because God's way is the best
It's
way.
the right way.
That's true. Very good.
Marky, remember that, eh? God's way is the right way.
I will always remember that.
And God's way is the best way.
That's right.
Yes.
Right.
Now, let me go and do the right thing. In fact, let me go and tell Helen and Samantha and then what we learn now. Oh, gosh, eh?
Let me go.
Yes.
Yes, thanks very much. Okay.
Thanks, eh?
All right, yeah,
You
let
want?
me go, let me
Let me
go.
go.